GED Science Test 2026, 60 hard questions with explained answers. Question 1. In a cross between two heterozygous, BB, plants, what is the probability of the offspring being homozygous recessive, BB? 25%, 50%, 75%, 100%. Using a Punnett square, B and B from parent 1 crossed with B and B from parent 2 results in BB, 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 and BB. Thus, 1 out of 4, 25%, is BB. Question 2. Which of the following best describes the role of a catalyst in a chemical reaction? It is consumed during the reaction. It increases the activation energy. It decreases the activation energy to speed up the reaction. It changes the products formed. A catalyst provides an alternative pathway with a lower activation energy, speeding up the rate of reaction without being consumed. Question 3. A force of 50 N is applied to a 10 kg mass. What is the acceleration? $F equals ma $, $5 m/s caret $2, $10 m/s caret $2, $500 m/s caret $2, 20 cents m/s caret $2. Using $A equals F/m $A equals 50/10 equals 5 m/s caret $2. Question 4. In an ecosystem, which level has the least amount of available energy? Producers, primary consumers, secondary consumers, tertiary consumers. Energy is lost at each trophic level, about 90% loss, meaning the highest level, tertiary consumers, has the least energy. Question 5. What is the primary difference between a eukaryotic cell and a prokaryotic cell? Eukaryotes have DNA, prokaryotes do not. Eukaryotes have a nucleus, prokaryotes do not. Prokaryotes are always larger. Eukaryotes have cell walls, prokaryotes do not. Eukaryotic cells contain membrane-bound organelles, including a nucleus, while prokaryotic cells lack a nucleus. Question 6. Which variable is the one that is changed or controlled in a scientific experiment to test the effects on another variable? Dependent variable, independent variable, controlled variable, constant. The independent variable is the factor the scientist changes to observe its effect on the dependent variable. Question 7. Which part of the Earth's atmosphere contains the ozone layer? Troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere. The stratosphere contains the ozone layer, which absorbs most of the sun's ultraviolet radiation. Question 8. In the carbon cycle, which process removes CO2 from the atmosphere? Respiration, combustion, photosynthesis, decomposition. Photosynthesis by plants and algae removes carbon dioxide from the atmosphere to produce glucose. Question 9. Which law states that an object at rest will stay at rest unless acted upon by an external force? Newton's first law, Newton's second law, Newton's third law, law of thermodynamics. Newton's first law, inertia, states that objects maintain their state of motion unless a net external force acts on them. Question 10. If a sample has a half-life of 10 years, how much of a 100 G sample remains after 20 years? 50 G, 25 G, 12.5 G, 0 G. After 10 years, one half-life, 50 G remains. After another 10 years, total 20, half of 50 G remains, which is 25 G. Question 11. What type of plate boundary is responsible for the formation of the Himalayan mountains? Divergent, transform, convergent, subduction. The Himalayas were formed by the collision, convergence, of the Indian and Eurasian plates. Question 12. In DNA, which nitrogenous base always pairs with cytosine? Adenine, thymine, guanine, uracil. guanine, G, always pairs with cytosine, C, in DNA. Question 13. Which of the following is a balanced chemical equation? $H_2 plus O_2 dash H underscore 20 $2H_2 plus O_2 dash 2H underscore 20 $H_2 plus 2O_2 dash H underscore 20 $2H_2 plus 2O_2 dash 2H underscore 20. Option B has 4 hydrogen and 2 oxygen atoms on both sides, making it balanced. Question 14. What is the primary function of the mitochondria? Protein synthesis, photosynthesis, ADP, energy, production, waste storage. Mitochondria are the powerhouses of the cell, where cellular respiration occurs to produce ADP. Question 15. A scientist hypothesizes that plants grow taller under blue light than red light. What is the dependent variable? Type of light, plant height, amount of water, soil type. The plant height is the outcome being measured, making it the dependent variable. Question 16. Which of these is a renewable energy source? Coal, natural gas, solar, nuclear. Solar energy is replenished naturally and is considered renewable, unlike fossil fuels. Question 17. In a series circuit, if one bulb burns out, what happens to the others? They get brighter, they get dimmer, they all go out. Nothing changes. In a series circuit, there is only one path for electricity. If it's broken anywhere, the entire circuit fails. Question 18. What is the pH of a neutral solution? 0, 7, 14, 1. A pH of 7 is neutral, below 7 is acidic, and above 7 is basic, alkaline. Question 19. Which geological era is known as the Age of Mammals? Paleozoic, Mesozoic, Cenozoic, Precambrian. The Cenozoic era is the current geological era, characterized by the dominance of mammals and birds. Question 20. What causes the seasons on Earth? Distance from the Sun, the Earth's axial tilt, ocean currents, cloud cover. The $23.5 tilt of the Earth's axis as it orbits the Sun causes different parts of the Earth to receive varying intensity of sunlight.